What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review a 2010 mixtape by Slim Dunkin. Basically this particular product is called Heatin' Up, and it came out in the spring of 2010. So within Fair's about to hear, this is kind of like an expansion pack and kind of like a reissue more or less of like Slim Dunkin's one of his initial mixtapes and debuts, which was Built for Interrogation as far as these pictures going to happen. So within those pitches I reviewed Built for Interrogation back in like the winter or so, 2024, pitch like that within those ordeals. Banging type mixtape, classic type ordeals. But the unfortunate thing about that particular fair is, for the most part, this mixtape, like what was said, is just a reissue of that particular fair from Built for Interrogation within pitch like that. So it's kind of fair as far as saying there's not really any new songs on here. So this review is going to be kind of halfway partial to like the previous one within pitch like that, as far as saying I'm going to retread some of these type ones because I do want to get to Slim Dunkin's full catalog pitch like that. But the only real seemingly new type song within these pitches that didn't seem to be a part of previous type packages. Now, I wouldn't know his full bound. There is a previous product that Slim Dunkin put out before Built for Interrogate. There is a previous product that Slim Dunkin put out before Built for Interrogation, which was Twin Towers 1, which came out in 2009, pitch like that. Built for Interrogation came out in the winter of 2010. That was his first solo type product on his own, but he had Twin Towers 1 with Waka Flocka pitch like that. So this ordeal is more or less like the third official seemingly full bound type package pitches like that. But it's kind of fair. Slim Dunkin really did not put out a humongous amount of products within the fair. He did have several mixtapes, but in terms of like the original type fair, apart from Built for Interrogation, and then probably Twin Towers 2, and then like Menace to Society from late 2010, it was kind of fair that it was just kind of more in between type bops that you'd catch like the occasional cut, and like some fairs kind of just rehash. Not to full bound say rehashes, but just kind of expansions of like previous type ones pitched like that. So it's kind of fair as far as saying, but it was still pretty prolific. He was definitely a blistering type mixtape type folk pitch like that. So it's fair as far as saying it's an excellent type project to get to here pitch like that. But I'm going to cover a series of these standouts from Built for Interrogation pitch like that, because things have gotten more potent since the winter of 2024 pitch like that. So it's within fair as far as saying I'm going to talk about at least 7 of these within these pitches. There's 20 or 21 type songs in here. Now, Rate Your Music has another type one within these pitches, which is, particularly there's a 21st song, which is called I was going to say there's a 21st type song, but it removes the intro, unlike the Spotify edition. So within these fairs nowadays, particularly Heatin' Up is not to be downloaded for free pitch like that, but it's not as if that's a full bound kind of dismantle this within pitches like that, because you can just download Built for Interrogation, which has the same songs in there pitch like that. So it's a variety. But yeah, this is available for purchase. This is available for purchase pitch like that. Sunny Step Fairs within the aspect for as the fair is going to happen. Also within the pitch, it's on Spotify Sunny Step Fairs, so you can kind of see what Slim Dunkin's up to within the pitches of him usually just kind of being more typically kind of Datpiff and mixtape centric type bound pitch like that. But he never got to the point of dropping like a full bound type album as the pitch, as far as saying some of these type ones. There were plenty of Rise Above type ones pitches, so some standout bangers that he had across the more or less briefness of it within pitches. Definitely the banging typeness. Some of these type ones, like Same Shit's a Hitting type 1, Dunk is an excellent standout. Some of these type pitches. Offsides, We Playing Defense. Some of these type ones. Charlie Sheen's a real hitting type 1. Some of these type pitches on here, pitches like that. Plenty of these type varieties. I'm a Bugatti, I Gotta Eat. Some of these type ones. So plenty of these type ones within pitch like that. That Slim Dunkin had pretty just overall blistering type frosty with like some of these type fairs. Definitely I would check out the Slim Dunkin playlist on the Acid Roots channel pitch like that. So fuck with my particular YouTube that you're seeing this particular video on pitch like that. Searching out the playlist for Slim Dunkin pitch like that, you'll find good hefty amount of reviews the products that he did, including Dirt Gang within those pitches. I've completed them, so it's a good pitch like that. But that was his offshoot brand pitch like that. And some of these other type folks from Dirt Gang, like Debo Montana, Tate on, some of those type folks, Just Rich Gates folks like that. So it's a pitch for us. I'm going to talk about some of these type on here. The 7 songs I'm going to talk about within these pitches as retreads, me not remembering within the pitch of what I said back in those particular days from 2024. Probably haven't reviewed 800 some odd projects since then, pitches like that. The least one lone song within these pitches that seems to not be one that I recount. I mean, it might have been on Twin Towers 1 from 2009, but I haven't gotten to that particular product yet, so that's the only real true one that I found that was not on Built for Interrogation as far as this person happens. So I'm going to talk about that one with the new type fair, but then the other type songs I'm going to retread and talk about again would be Fugazi, Dunk, I'm Hot, I Love, Tune Up Man 2, and Meet Me at the QT. So it's kind of pitched. QT being old surname for the gas station, pitch like that. But the fair as far as saying, so the new song Cap is real blistering type 1s, like a red hot gliss bang to kind of get here, pitch like that. Just mixtape kind of dance frosty, I definitely say. Shot glasses, get some of those in your system. Hello, Crown Royal shots, pitch like that. Sentence hit type rises. Hello, what's real good with your pals, pitch like that. Sentence that fares is post up real nice. Excellent kind of catch ups here. It's a definite standout type 1 pitch like that. As a bonus, Waka Flocka is on here. So just to say on top of that, if I haven't said within these pitches already, particularly Slim Dunkin was a high grade affiliate of Waka Flocka, pitch like that. Probably the next to blow up after Waka Flocka caught more steam, pitch like that was pretty much the next in line that was going to happen before he passed. So pitch like that, some bang type ordeals definitely within the pitches. Waka Flocka's done a number of collaboration mixtapes with Slim Dunkin, pitches like that. So he's on some of these hit type 1s. He's on the same shit as well, which is one of the more, that's the most popular song according to Spotify within these particular fairs. I'm not going to talk about same shit again within these pitches, but that's definitely one to look into. Just classic standout. It's also on Menace to Society by Slim Dunkin, pitch like that. So that's such a popular song that was on a number of his mixtapes, pitch like that with some banging typeness. The more or less new song Caps a definite flaring. The more or less new song Caps a definite flaring type 1 pitch like that. Definitely a good, nice one to beeline for. Some of these prototype 1s, a consistent type 1 off here is Dunk within these pitches. Definitely seems like a pretty routine type staple pitch like that. Affable type 1s, like a consistent kind of dunk banger to get. Just clean fit, kind of radio grab, but saying like a drill sense. It's kind of fair. This more or less might be, at least in terms like the earlier type days of Slim Dunkin pitch like that, be like his hard in the paint, no, let's do it. Some of those type fairs, which is kind of the standout type 1 to Waka Flocka pitch like that. Some surprise this classic kind of mixtape staple pitch like that. Some type 1s like I Love the Gun Sounds playing these type pitches. Same shit, definitely some of these type aspects pitches like that. Google made some of these type 1s off of like the particular fairs of like Salute Me or Shoot Me type fair by Waka Flocka pitch like that. But just definitely some good day makeshift kind of break free as far as these fairs going to happen. So it's kind of the pitch. This would be a pretty traditional club type song Dunk definitely within these pitches. This kind of aspect, paying attention to all the hit type varieties. I mean, if you're new to Slim Dunkin some of these type pitches, this is probably like the frosty that you'd catch from like a fair, but it's an excellent, pretty good starting point within these type pitches, considering that it just has a little bit more healthier kind of veneer about it compared to like the aspect. I like the ones that he's done. Like Offsides is probably more vicious than this particular one, but this is just probably a more routine type banger. That's just like the go-to type 1. Probably like the real Slim Shady of like the particular fair, just like a song kind of within those pitches. As far as talking about like the aspect within like songs that he's kind of done pitch like that. But yeah, just some nowadays it's just kind of like a good one that you listen to. I mean, definitely get the tear up in your system first like that. Get to like some vodka shots pitch like that. But probably within this just one of those type ones to kind of listen to within the aspect of like 4 o'clock, 5:30 p.m. pitch like that. Just kind of just the dredge or just got done with things pitch like that. So it's good, nice fairs. But definitely getting towards the beeline to like club type fair pitch like that. But it's good. Post hour type ness. Tune Up Man 2 is the hitting type 1. Tune Up Man 2 is the hitting type 1 for gal fits pitch like that. It's like a soft spit, kind of lax and incense as far as these press going to have. This cold latte for divas. Some of these type of accommodations. Hot cocoa definitely I'd say here pitch like that. Just having the right get rights pitch like that. Just slaying all week. Some of these type fairs definitely appreciating like the glam factor that said gal pitch like that. Just definite slay going. Gal's definitely slaying some of these type pitches about it. Good, nice aspects. Just some home gossip kind of get to fairs like this. So it's kind of within the pitch. You could more or less would seem like SFW type fair pitch like that within like the this lax type fair. It's particular. Definitely a steamhead and cozy type fit within the fair as far as the pitch can happen. So it's just the aspect as far as just homebound type gossip fairs like that, like trying new coffee, some of those type pitches. This kind of aspect of more kind of breakfast hour pitches like that. Some of those type varieties, kind of pitch of just personal type gab pitch like that. Just kind of the pitch of like home gossip pitch like that. Some of those type varieties, just the pitch of this like I'm gonna try making quiche. Some of these type varieties pitch like that. Some of these type of feels, but this kind of pitch of varieties like that pitches. Some of these type varieties, this kind of aspect is pitch like that. But just looking with them pitch as far as saying good, nice fairs, just kind of. Now it's more satin than like the pitch of like full bound kind of pitches of like getting full bound kind of elaborate, but this kind of pitch of just satins pitch like that, good nice price pitch like that. So with them pitches, I'm hot to hitting type 1s like a mids like some later day comic to get pitch like that, just leftover erranding some of these type fairs, just Walmart pickup type fairs, pick up some gin, since to probably get Galax and Swiss rolls pitch like that. So it's kind of price to just particular type fair just to miss like commute pitch like that. So it's kind of probably just kind of gliss along some of these type pitches. Kind of like the hit song Dunk, but just a little bit more paced pitches like that. So it's kind of missed the fair of this particular good excitement pitch like that. Just in between type fare within the pitch, like particular in between type fare of enjoying the fray pitch like that. So just amidst like the day excite pitches like that, probably get some Taco Bell in your system, so instead fries, but just kind of miss the pitch of just coming in handy. So instead fares just getting towards the product, just stacking up, being homebound, productive pitch like that. Good, nice fares. Particularly, meet me at the QTs, the hitting type one, as well as like around the block and Fritos run, kind of ham it ups to get to here. Pitch like that. Just definitely feeling chat. Since that fries, good pitch like that. Just smoke several. Some of these type fares. This kind of the product of this gas station type runs. Since that pitch, obviously within these pitches, kind of the product of this chunk to do. Standard daps with pals, pitch like that. Good, nice fares getting towards the product chunk deuce. Some of these type aspects, but then just the tone of froggy ass afternoon, just in the product of this time waste and time to kill within these pitches. As far as the fair's gonna happen, is just local kind of good, nice scene with the locals pitch like that. So it's kind of fair, but yeah, this within particular, just sparky within the aspect. As far as the fair's gonna happen, is definitely in the pitch, kind of within a trap type flare. So this kind of pitch, it's not all super sunshine pitch like that, but it's just kind of variety of just kind of a froggy type song within pitch like that. It's kind of in a more just drill type sense. It's kind of fair as far as saying just the more gnarled type factor getting towards some of those type ones. It's just kind of more within a good, nice edge spit pitches like that. Sends to fries. I don't think I talk about Fugazi as the hitting type one. Fugazi is nice. Just like a trap rumble, kind of get to the money flow pitch like that. Just you hungry on this particular song. Sends to fares. This usual kind of grit and elbow grease as far as you're supposed to have. So this is one that's kind of like for some of those type fares. Now within the pitch, kind of variety as far as on the job type fare, just amidst the product, it kind of still amidst like where shit still needs to be done pitch like that. Whether it's just day type fare or just whether it's commerce type fare. Now within the variety, probably the likelihood of hearing this within a more brick and mortar type fare where you don't have the freedom to select some of these, kind of less variety, but within the aspects some of these type fares have like the products of it don't give a damn within pitches like that, being like a janitor or some of these type of pitches, or if you're working like a graveyard shift at like a gas station, you have some free time to be able to have like these extra type moments and not having to as full bound kind of be a 10 of pitch like that, where it's kind of the aspect was just some good nice fares, just kind of vanilla Datpiff type bot pitch like that. So this one's kind of similar to like Dunk kind of within pitch, but it's the variety of just towards the product of getting it done pitch like that. Should take you right back to late 2000s, early 2010s pitch like that. It's kind of within these hit type PLs, just kind of within future type aspects, but just more in the trenches. Some of those type fares, it's not quite as much like victory lap kind of hella throwing cash pitch like that. It's actually a miss, like probably more knee deep type fare, a miss like the pitch of getting towards the grind factor pitch like that, where you gotta run it up. Sometimes that pitch as far as getting towards the product of this, the elbow grease of it aptly kind of happening. So it's pitched like that amongst these fares, so it's kind of standard grind pitch like that. But yeah, definite vanilla Datpiff, some of these type pitches. So it's kind of the fair when I think about it nowadays, kind of variety with all these particular ones. When you start getting towards more of these type folks like Just Rich Gates and Day Day and like Frenchie and some of these type folks, playing these type folks that are on Brick Squad Monopoly, and like the Dirt Gang folks, some of these type pitches, playing these type folks, it actually kind of becomes more commonplace that Slim Dunkin was actually one of the more vanilla type ones in terms of like a more, not to say, I would almost say in certain type aspects kind of being more of like a token kind of Datpiff type rapper within these pitches, more or less maybe like the Tupac or like the Datpiff type same pitch like that, kind of the varieties of this healthy type one within pitch like that. Waka Flocka was kind of within those varieties as well, but he kind of got towards changing within certain type aspects. The hunger was he kind of loosened some after Slim Dunkin's death pitch like that, but I mean, he definitely had more ferocity, but within the pitch, as far as saying some of these type ones, probably Waka Flocka, Slim Dunkin are definitely two vanilla type ones within pitches like that, but it's kind of fair. Slim Dunkin had some of these type ones, Fugazi, Dunk, two good nice ones for like the makeshift type fair, paying attention towards some of these type ones, just to miss like that. This particular miss like the day grease and pitch like that, some type ones, Tune Up Man's Good Ladies type fit for Spotify type aspects within a slow jam type tune, just more satin type fair. Meet me at the QTs, like a good dap with your pals pitch like that. Sometimes have ones in the locals. I Love kind of has that. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about I Love. This good nice pitch here. And I'm Hot's kind of Samaritan, but I Love's hitting type ones like a Hell Snarl kind of get here. This one goes great with Cap and same shit. Sometimes type one's probably one of the standout terms like the terms like the Club Flash. It's like Hell Snarl, but this song get tore up. Definitely get some gin and Bacardi, Hypnotic in your system. Definitely tonight. Some stuff versus Bang Timeness get tore up tonight most assuredly. Nightclub Bang kind of get here. Just some weaving, I definitely say. Just kind of enjoying like the club finesse pitch like that, two-stepping, just lean chica type spit. Gonna definitely be sharp and flared pitches like that. Just kind of house today. Some stuff pitches amongst it. Just kind of some house today pitch like this is ketchup type fare, just pitch like the house today, house yesterday, just on top of that sentence I pitch, just tell me the whole enchilada, some of this type pitch with an aspect you look like you probably had some sort of crapola type day in there, pitch like that, sense that appeals, pitch like that. It's kind of variety as far as those particular aspects going to happen. Do you even still have a house pitch like that, sense affairs? But just the pitch as far as paying attention towards the aspects like that, as far as the pitch kind of goes. You look like you just got evicted, some of these type pairs pitch like that within these parties, but this pitch like that, just some of these type pairs as far as the aspects can have some good nice pairs as far as these pitch can have with this. That's the particular variety about this album within pitches, mixtape slash nowadays album within these pitch as far as the pairs can have. So this is a good nice bang. Also, I Love might be a Rocco type song. I kind of feel like this was one that might have been a freestyle to like Rocco's Tomorrow. Has pretty similar type productions. I Love has pretty similar type productions to Tomorrow, pitch like that. So it's kind of variety that might be one of those type ones that popped up on that particular fair, but it's kind of within pitch as far as saying it more or less feels like a an original type song pitch like that. So just one of those club type bangs, some of these type varieties, definite like Cap, definite like Same Shit, definitely like I Love, some definite good nice pairs of pitch like that. So within variety, so I'm going to go ahead and say within these pitches now, I would give this mixtape normally like a 10 out of 10 within these pitches, but I kind of feel like the variety of this many routine type songs that have popped up within these pitches as far as like a fair amongst that, I will say if Cap is an exclusive to this product, that's a real good banging type standout pitch like that. But other than that particular song, if that one's not even exclusive to this product either, if that was on Twin Towers 1, I'd probably say that there's probably really no standard, real, true type reason to really pick up this product or pay money for it, just because I mean, to support Slim Dunkin, obviously, but within pitch, other than that, it's just kind of variety that there's not any original type bank on this particular product as far as fares like that. But it's good ordeals in these pitch. Most of these songs in here, there's plenty of other type ones. Some of these type ones like Fruity, Hood Stars, pitch like that, Gas Steps, some of these type ones, 80s Baby, I Got Shit to Do, fares like that, some of these type ones, other type aspects. But I'm going to give this mixtape like a 9.25 out of 10. Now, within the pitch, the normal type ordeal, paying attention towards it here, it probably would be more of a 10 out of 10 if these were original type songs that were not found previously. But I just kind of feel like the fair, you would think Slim Dunkin had somewhere, I mean, it seemed like he had a pretty prolific kind of output, so it's surprising within these pitches that there weren't more songs that he had worked on between like 2009 up to this point in 2010, pitch like that. So it's kind of strange that he didn't have some sort of leftovers to kind of throw on here, pitch like that, that could have been within the aspect as far as just more blistering typeness that was kind of within that spell when he worked on this. So I know he probably did more than 20 songs pitch like that. It's just a variety, but I look after it. Still Caps to stand out pitch like that. So I'm going to say 9.25 out of 10 since the pitch is paying towards the aspect here. Varieties like that, good few extra new trees would have been banging within these aspects within the pitch, but it's not. It's not a gigantic kind of detriment pitch like that. Social score is going to get a 10 out of 10 though within these pitches. The variety, mixtape, Prince, definitely something that variety as far as like the pitch can have. It's just plenty of these type standouts. Dunk continues to be a banger pitch like that. Same thing with Same Shit. Some of these type ones. Meet Me at the QT is a real chatty type one, so it's good excellent products to just get the DAP going first like that. Cat's pretty good at that as well. Hot's like some good Walmart type runs pitch like that. Get Gals and Swiss rolls, some of these type pitches. Tune Up Man's Good Ladies, tune some of these type ones. It's pitched like that. Some of these type varieties, plenty of type ones on here. Now I would definitely, if you're fucking with this product and you fucked with this particular one, but you didn't see the 2024 type review, I would say I covered a number of these type songs back in 2024. Now that is 2 years ago, but that's still pretty apt review within these pitches. So I go fuck with the Built for Interrogation review pitch like that with some of those type pairs. Was kind of pitch for saying it's a 10 social pitch like that. Yeah, so in terms of future unfortunate aspects, Slim Dunkin's deceased and has been for a decade and a half, pitch like that. And for the most part, nowadays, another unfortunate type fair is just the fact that the mixtape type fair of those particular days, 2010, 2012, pitch like that, is not within the same rotation. So you do get like the occasional kind of retail type mixtape, but in terms of varieties that you could just hop on like Datpiff or something, stuff places, just get a free download out of it and get like 20 kick-ass type songs, not as much within variety, but pitch like that. There is a tad more Slim Dunkin type products to get to, like LeBron Flock of James 3, which he did with I forget the other type folk, but it might have been Tay Dawn. It was with Waka Flocka, Slim Dunkin, and a third type folk pitch like that. I'm going to get to that one. And then Twin Towers 1 within these pitches, pretty good to get to. And then there's the Bad Boys mixtape that was kind of like another re-enhancement of like Built for Interrogation and kind of a conduit to Menace to Society pitch like that. Some of those type ones within pitches I mostly covered just about everything by Slim Dunkin was good pitch like that. So this is a classic here within. It's a relative classic here within the aspects. Cap is a good placement in the right direction. There need to be more songs like this, but other than that, it's pretty good mixtape on the Datpiff staple.